Welcome back Pokefans to Pokémon Legends Arceus Part 19. Last episode we made our way here to CORONET Highlands and we have explored some of these areas. But in this episode we will be going ahead and exploring all the other areas. I do want to completely cover the CORONET Highlands today just before we go ahead and battle Lord Electrode. Alright. The very first thing I want to do is climb up right here. Now this ridge is actually opposite to the one where we came out of the cave from, as you can see. And the main thing I want to go to is actually the top of the quarry. So we do have some areas over there as well, and I do suspect that we have some Pokemons over there. So I just want to make sure that I go over there from the top, just to make sure that I avoid all the Pokemons that are down below. Alright, this view looks really nice. And there is a shining crystal. So let me quickly go ahead and try to see if I can break it. And it seems like I can't do that from here. So I guess I'll just let it out for later. Now I did slip here, but thankfully none of the Pokemons really saw me, so I did climb up back again. Anyway, we are almost there. As you can see, the quarry entrance is right over here. Now let me go ahead and climb above. Let's see if we have anything over there as well. And it seems we do. Okay, so we do have some areas here as well. Alright, we can actually go ahead and explore this. Of course, I do have caught a Mothim, so I don't really have to catch this one. So I can just go ahead and skip it. Anyway, in the meantime, I will go ahead and try to collect all the items I get around here. And we can actually go ahead and use it. Anyway, let me go ahead and go down a little bit over here. I think we didn't come here last time. Alright, so here we have a wood and king's leaf. Now it seems like we haven't actually explored the areas right down below over here. It's due to the big cliff we had before, the one which we couldn't actually climb through. Now I bet we could have climbed if we run completely with the help of Verdier, but I didn't want to explore right away unless I got Sneasler. Anyway, now that we have Sneasler, I think we can actually go ahead and climb down all of these ridges. Of course, if I do see some Pokemons that I already have, I won't be going over there to catch them. Alright, we have opened up quite a lot of area. And it seems like the area is called Ancient Quarry as well. So it's the same name, but we didn't really explore the top of it. Now I have been exploring a little bit, and we have another area right over here as well. But I won't be going down over there right away. I might just explore this current area and then go back to the Ancient Quarry, since we did have to actually explore the small area where the map is already opened. And here we have mostly gravelers, so we don't really have anything new to catch. Now I'm almost end of this slope, but I do believe that if we go down this cliff, it's gonna be another new area, and I don't really want to explore it right away. Let me quickly open my map, and yes. So let me go ahead and go back to the Ancient Quarry, and we can actually go from there. Let me quickly pin it so it's much easier for me to actually see. And we can actually make our way back. Now I was going back, but I did see this waterfall. It really looks so pretty. I really like this area so much. I mean, it just looks so pretty even though it's mostly bland with different mountains. Anyway, here we are at the top of it, and you can see that there is a swamp on top of the Ancient Quarry. And let's see what Pokemons we have over there as well. Now here is a new item. We did collect around 2 crunchy salt, which is quite helpful since we do need at least 3 of them for one of the requests. Now if we do get 3 of them, we can actually make our way back to Jubilee village and we can actually complete that request. Anyway, it seems like we have a lot of Skuntanks around, so I guess it's mostly poison type Pokemons around here. Alright, since we have explored the area right here, I think I can just go ahead and collect these berries and we can actually make our way on top of the ancient quarry. Alright, seems pretty steep. And here we are. So we do see a lot of Toxicroaks, which is another poison type. And oh, okay. There is another new alpha Pokemon which we already have. It's actually the Alpha Goodra. Anyway, I don't intend to battle this Pokemon. I was just trying to actually cross around and try to get the berries from that tree. Alright, let me go ahead and just get the berries. Now if I do see any shaking trees, I do want to go ahead and battle the Pokemon over there. As you might remember, we do have a Pokédex entry to complete for Cherrim, and I have read that we will be able to find it around 3 places here in CORONET Highlands. Now that I am top of this small rock, it seems like there is another unknown right here. Alright, so this was quite an accident. I didn't know it was right here. Now that we have seen this unknown right here, I do want to try and catch it. But I think it's gonna be a little bit tricky since we do have a lot of rocks around here. Alright, let me try this one again and let's see if we can catch it. And we do. Alright, so we were able to catch this unknown Yef. Alright, so let me go down. And I did check out all the Pokemons right here. We already have their data in our Pokédex, so I don't really need to catch any of them. I think we can actually go down right over there and we can actually explore the other areas. Alright, moving on. We still have these Skuntanks right here. But since we did catch them and battle them back in Crimson Minelands, I don't really have to worry about it right here. And of course, when I was not seeing, someone actually attacked me. I'm not sure which Pokemon it was, but I do want to run away. And down there, we still have other Pokemons, the same ones which we saw back in Crimson Minelands, which is gonna be the Hippodons. Alright, other than that, we have another tree right here and more Gravelers. Okay. I guess it was kind of true when Professor Lamington said that we'll see a lot of rock type and ground type Pokemons over here. Anyway, I'm actually hoping to find a space-time rift. I do want to catch the fossil Pokemons, which you will be only able to find in this area, only during the space-time rifts. So I'm hoping that one will actually spawn so I can actually go over there. But until there, I think we can actually go ahead and explore the other places. Alright, let me get down right here. Now we do have Rhyhorns right there. And I think I have not yet caught one. So let me try and actually catch it. But I do want to be a little bit careful before I go near. Just in case if it does attack me. As for my team, as you can see, my Arcanine is still under-leveled. Most of my Pokemons are at level 48. I was actually hoping to level up my Arcanine a little bit, but it's quite tough in this game. The only way to actually evolve your Pokemons or level up them is just by battling all these Pokemons around you. And it's quite tougher to do that right over here. Alright, I did see another new Pokemon, a Chimecho, and I do want to catch it, but it seems like it's a lot skittish, so it's gonna be a bit tougher to catch it. Alright, more Bronzors, and I think we are back at our camp. Now we did explore in the right side last time, so we have explored all of these areas. Now I think I need to actually go ahead and go more to the left of the ancient quarry, as we haven't yet explored over there. So let me make my way over there. Alright, let me actually try and catch that chime meko. I do want to actually go ahead and directly try and battle it before it tries to run away. All I'm hoping is that it doesn't raise up its guard too much and run away from the battle. Alright, since it did stay, I do want to try and throw a great ball at it. Let's hope we are able to catch it right here. And we do. Alright, so that's a new Pokemon added to our Pokédex. So I'm actually hoping to complete my Pokédex before we battle the last noble Pokemon. So I'm actually hoping to battle all the alpha Pokemons in this place and just try to catch them. So that's actually an easy way to evolve most of these Pokemons rather than just having them in your team and trying to level them up. Alright, past the two Hippodons, we have another Rhyhorn. And let's see what Pokemon we have here. Now it looks like a Sneasel. And I think it's the new Hisuian Sneasel. So let me try and catch it. Of course, I don't want any of the Pokemon seeing me and attacking me. Let me crouch down and let's see if we can catch these. So these are going to be another new entry. And I think the only way to actually evolve them is to have a Razor Fang. And I don't think I have found one till now, but if I do in the future, I can actually go ahead and evolve one of these. Alright, so we have caught one. Let me go ahead and catch this one as well. Thankfully, this one was sleeping, so I was able to actually catch it pretty easily. So both were a back strike, so that's pretty good since we will get some really good points for doing that. And here we are near that waterfalls which I mentioned before. Let me go ahead and actually swim down from here before crossing the bridge. Of course, we did see that very small area over there back. And I think it's almost night. Okay. Here we do find some Machokes. Since I do have them, I don't really have to catch them. Let me quickly get this berry and we can actually move on. Alright, and here we are on a new area. Now I'm actually seeing some Basculins right there. They're quite skittish in this game and it's really tough to catch them. And I have only managed to catch one till now. And since it's actually night time and in Fable Springs, you will be able to find Clefairies, Clefas as well as Clefable. Now the Clefable is going to be that alpha one over there. For now, let me try and catch this one right here. And this is the only place where you will be able to find Clefa, which is the baby Pokemon. And they are going to be much skittish than these Clefas who actually ran away after seeing me. Now I'll also go ahead and save my game after catching one of these Clefairies, as I do want to catch that alpha Clefable right there, which will actually save us from evolving one of the Clefairies. Now that I have saved my game, let me quickly go ahead and catch this Clefairy with a back strike. And let me see if I can actually go ahead and battle this Clefable as well. I think it will be around level 60 to 70. And unfortunately, I didn't get the back strike right over there. Alright, it is at level 62. And of course, it almost takes me down. That's half of my health, which is quite concerning. For now, I'll just go with Fire Fang, hoping to burn the Clefable, which will be quite helpful and quite easy to actually catch. Unfortunately, we didn't get a burn right there, so that's alright. I'll quickly go ahead and switch out. It's quite helpful if you have a poison type Pokemon, just like Rosary right here, who can do much more damage as poison moves are much effective on Clefable. Alright, hoping that I don't take it down right here. Let me go ahead and actually use Poison Jab. And we do not. Alright, so that was perfect. I think it will be taking me down right here with the Psychic. And yes. Okay. Let me quickly go ahead and switch about again. Now, I was thinking of just sending out Dusknoir. Even though Clefable does no Psychic, I think my Dusknoir is quite a high level where it shouldn't be taken down in one hit. And let's see if we can catch this Clefable right here. Now I did go ahead and stock up some of my Archballs, which is quite helpful at this stage as it is easily able to catch most of these Pokemons. I would recommend you guys are having the ability to craft a Archball at this point. As you can see, it will help you a lot. Let me try that one again and see if we catch it right over here. And we do. Alright, so that was pretty nice. We did get a Clefable. Now I think the only one that is left is gonna be the Cleffa, which is always, it is quite rare to spawn. So if it's not spawned tonight, I will just come back over here the next day and we can actually go ahead and catch it. Now Fable Spring is also a really important area as you will be able to find Cherums in the shaking trees sometimes. So if you do want to complete the Pokédex, it's always better to just come over here and just check out if you find any shaking trees. Anyway, let me quickly go around, catch all these Clefairies and we can move on to the other place. Alright, so we are back at the bridge. As you can see, I was all night over there just to see if I was able to get a spawn for Cleffa. Unfortunately, I didn't get anyone, so I had to actually go back another day maybe to catch it. Anyway, this path seems like a dead end unless we have to climb up the ridges. And here we have an Apricot Tree. Let me quickly get all these items and we can move on. Now that we are back on the waterfalls, let me quickly get this crunchy salt. I do see that this area right here has a lot of them. So if you do want to collect them, all you have to do is go past this big waterfalls right over there. And I think we'll be able to find a lot of them right here. Alright, we do see more of these gravelers all around and they seem to be spotting me all the time. I just want to get avoided from getting hit from half of these things. Anyway, other than these gravelers, I guess we can actually go ahead and just defeat this one since it did attack me. And we can actually move on. Alright, so we did take it down in one hit. Thankfully it is raining, so it's quite good. And it seems like this is like a large cliff over here. I don't really want to climb it. We will be able to go up and climb down from there. But right over here you can find that there is a alpha golem. So I do want to catch it. It's one of those tougher Pokemons to actually evolve. But I think in this game it's been made much easier. But I find just catching these alpha Pokemons themselves much easier than evolving them. Let me quickly go ahead and save my game. And we can actually go ahead and battle it. Now I have been waiting quite patiently to get this back strike. And let's see. We do get it. Alright. Now all I'm hoping is that I don't one-shot this golem. It is at level 60 and my Samurott is almost at the same level. And we one-shot it. No. Okay, at least we get the research stars for defeating it at least once. So that's nice. Since we did defeat it, I guess I have to actually try to catch it another day. Maybe once I go back to Jubilee village and come back over here, it will actually be respawned and we can actually catch it at that time. Anyway, let me move on. We do have this really steep cliff in this side, and there are just gravelers all the way around. So like, I haven't seen any other Pokemon in this area. Alright, here we have the map, and as you can see, we have explored all the areas in the very left side of the map. I think we can actually go ahead and explore these areas in the middle as well for today. And it seems like I forgot to actually pinpoint the main mission, so that's the reason why you're not seeing that pointer over there. And it seems like we have another cave up ahead, so let's see if we can go through it as well. Alright, I guess we can actually go ahead and continue our exploration. I think this episode is gonna be quite large since we have a lot of areas to cover, as well as a lot of new alpha Pokemons to catch. Now that we have encountered all the Pokemons in the very left side, I just want to go ahead and rest out my Pokemons and we can go from there. Alright, we are back on exploration, and this time I just decided to go up on these cliffs right over here. And last episode we did see and catch a Gligar. Since we do have its data in our Pokédex, I guess we can actually go ahead and ignore them. Of course, I am hoping to find a Alpha Gliscor just to catch it for my Pokédex. Now let me quickly go ahead and get these berries, and I think I can actually go ahead and climb up the other ridge as well. We do have some of these items on these ridges, but I haven't been collecting most of them. Alright, here is another Graveler as usual. They are quite a common sight in this area. Let me quickly go ahead and go past it. And we have a small pond right here. Alright, let's see if we find any new Pokemons right over here. Unfortunately, I didn't find any new Pokemons, so I decided to just climb this cliff. And here we have another Gibble. Alright, I guess we can actually go ahead and catch this one. Oops, it did see me, so let me quickly go ahead and battle it. Of course, the Gibble is actually at level 22, which is quite low for CORONET Highlands. Now, most of the Gravelers that I've seen are at level 35 to 40, so this is quite surprising. Anyway, let me go ahead and go to this path. As you can see, we do have a way which actually passes through the Celestia trails. Alright. And let's see if we have any other Pokemons. I do see that most of the Pokemons in this area are quite far apart from each other, as well as we have a lot of new alphas. And here we go. So we have a Gabite. So it's another alpha, which I do want to try and battle it. Let's see if we can catch this one right over here. Alright, let me try and see if I get a back strike, and we can go from there. Unfortunately, it did turn around in the last second and it was not a back strike. Now this Pokemon is at level 56, which is pretty fine. I think it will not go down for this Draco Meteor. But just in case to be safe, I think it's better to use Hydro Pump. And okay, not bad. It's actually taken down to half health. And my Goodra is down. Alright. Let me see which Pokemon I can actually switch up to. Now, Gabite will be able to actually evolve at the level it is, I think. So it will be much easier to actually evolve it for a level. Let me quickly try and throw a Great Ball at it, and let's see if we can catch it with the help of a Great Ball. Alright, we do actually catch it. Awesome. So now that we have it, I think we can actually go ahead and head down here through this cliff. Now, I did see a Alpha Gliscor down there, so let me quickly go ahead and save my game. And let's see if we can catch it in this episode. Now it already saw me, so I don't really have any other option but to just go ahead and battle it. Of course, this area is quite small and there are a lot of Glycars around, so it's quite difficult. And we are not only going against the Glycor but also these two small Glycars, which is making this whole thing a little bit more tougher. Anyway, let me quickly go ahead and use Play Rough on the Glycor. I think for now I will just go ahead and keep my concentration on the Glycor and not the other two Glycors. It seems like they don't really attack you on some of these turns. Now this Glycor is actually at level 77, so it's quite high level. And I guess it's gonna be a little bit tougher to actually defeat it without a proper Pokemon. Alright, we have brought it down to half health. Let's see if we can catch it. Of course, I do want to actually go ahead and bring this Glycor back down to red health before I try throwing a Pokeball at it. Now let me go ahead and bring out my Dusknoir. And as usual, it is invisible when it comes out of the Pokeball. Alright, this was quite bad. My Dusknoir almost went down right here. I'm actually worried about the two Glycars right over there. I should have actually taken them down. Anyway, I guess I don't have much of a choice. Let me just whittle down the health of the Glycor, and my Dusknoir is also down right here. Alright, that is 3 Pokemons down, and I don't have any good Pokemons anymore. Both my Roserade and Arcanine will be going down for the Earth power, so this is gonna be a bit tough. Alright, and both the Glycors are gonna be attacking me. Let me try using my Ultra Ball at this point because that is a really good health. I might be able to catch it right over here. And we don't. Okay. I guess maybe in the next turn we will be able to catch it. Hopefully. And my Roserade is also down. Let me quickly go ahead and bring out my Arcanine, who might also go down pretty easily because of the Earth power. Or the Mud Bomb from the Glycor. Okay. And yeah, Arcanine is also almost down. Let me try and throw another Ultra Ball at it. Hope it catches this time at least. And it did not. Okay, this is quite tough. I guess it's much tougher since we are actually going against 3 Pokemons and not one of them. There goes down my Arcanine, and my Samurott is the last Pokemon that is left. Thankfully it is raining, so I guess I can actually try and catch it once more. If I do get a chance right here. Unfortunately not. All of my Pokemons are down. And I have no other way to battle it. I guess I'll go back and heal my Pokemons right away. Alright, this time I actually decided not to go back to the Glycor. I did see a new Pokemon right over here. Actually 2 of them. And there is another new cave to explore. So I think I'll go ahead and do this. And maybe after we complete this episode, I will try to catch the Glycor again. First of all, let me try to catch this Nosepass sitting right over here. Or standing. I do see that Nosepass doesn't really move a lot. So it's much easier task to just have a backstrike on it. Now I have been using my Heavy Ball, which is quite helpful to catch most of these Pokemons. And there we go. Alright, so we have got a Nosepass. Let me see if I can get a backstrike on this Probopass right here. If not, we can actually go ahead and explore the cave. Well, I was not able to get a backstrike, so I just thought I will go through this cave first. And here we have another Nosepass. Let me quickly go ahead and try to catch it. And it seems like we have something right over here. Let me go ahead and investigate it as well. Seems quite strange. And let's see. Seems like it's a mysterious power from the ore. Okay. I guess we have something to be done right here in the future maybe. So we can actually continue exploring this cave further. Alright, so we don't see much of any Pokemons in this. Let me quickly pick up this iron chunk, and here's another Nosepass. Let me quickly go ahead and catch it as well. It has been pretty easy since I do get the backstrikes. And here are the fossil Pokemons. Alright, it looks so amazing. I guess both of them we won't be able to actually touch, but it's quite a nice thing right over there. Anyway, since that was the end of this cave, let me quickly go ahead and try to catch the Probopass. And here we get a backstrike. Alright, so that was quite cool. Let's see if we can actually go ahead and catch this Probopass. So it is quite at a high level 73. But I think Ursaluna can do a great job right here. Alright, so that is perfect. Let me go ahead and use my heavy ball right here. Since we did catch it unaware, I think this heavy ball should be able to catch it. And we do. Alright. So we have got Probopass. That's amazing. I think it's a good addition to my team when I'm going against the Lord Electrode. It seems like we have just missed this one area near the waterfalls and the area right above it. So we can actually go ahead and explore over there. I've just gone ahead and put a pin just to make sure that I know it. Now this area right over here, right next to this Probopass, is also another area where you will be able to find Cherrim being spawned in shaking trees. So you can also visit this area when you're trying to fill its Pokédex. And it seems like we don't really have any new Pokemons. It's just the Sneasel as well as the Scyther right here. As well as I did see a Gyarados in the water. Not much of a new Pokemons. So I guess we can actually move on from here. Alright, so now that we have explored this area, I do want to go ahead and just pick up this satchel. So let me make my way over there. Now this is gonna be the second round against Gliscor. Unfortunately this time also I was not able to get the backstrike. But I am actually hoping to bring it down and try to catch it at least now. Anyway, this time I have actually decided to take down the Gliscor. It's much easier that way to just focus on Gliscor after this. Unfortunately, the Gliscor is kind of tough. It is at level 55 and yeah, my plan is not that good. I should have had Samurott in the beginning who would have been able to take at least one down. Anyway, here goes down one of the Gliscor because of a crit hit, which was quite lucky. And my Ursaluna goes down as well. Alright, let me go ahead and switch out my Pokemons. This time, I think it's better to have Samurott in the beginning and try to take down the other Gliscor. And thankfully, it did avoid a move. But, alright, so I did think it would go down right here. Thankfully, it didn't. Let me go ahead and use the Hydro Pump on the other Gliscor and take it down as well. Alright, so now we have to only concentrate on this one Gliscor. So amazing. Alright. Samurott does goes down right here, but we can actually go ahead and switch out to another Pokemon. This time I think it's better to go to my Goodra who has Hydro Pump as well. It should be able to bring this Gliscor's health down. Let's see how it goes. And alright, so that is perfect. So I think I can actually go ahead and start throwing my Ultra Balls at it. Unfortunately, my Goodra is gonna be going down. And I think whichever Pokemon I bring out next might also get hit. I did go ahead and bring out my Dusknoir this time. Luckily, it didn't hit me. Let's see if we can catch it right over here. And do we? We do! Alright, so that was amazing. Alright, so let me quickly go ahead and save my game and I'll heal out my Pokemons as well. I'll see you guys soon. Now while going back to the camp, I actually saw that there is a space-time distortion happening. So just because I wanted to catch the fossil Pokemon, I thought I will just go ahead and go over there. But as you can see, this is actually a new area which we haven't yet explored. I got distracted. So as you can see, I just got down and tried to check which Pokemon was actually seeing me. Now this is gonna be the Celestia Ruins. It's quite nice. We do have some really good statues as well. I do want to go ahead and explore it. Now it seems like there are a lot of Pokemon all around. And there is another shaking tree as well. But I don't think we'll find Cherim over here, so I can just ignore that shaking tree. But just for the sake of it, I will go ahead and check out what Pokemon we have here. It might mostly be a Wormadam, and yes, it was. That's alright, we can actually go ahead and run away from this battle. Okay, let me go ahead and explore a bit more. I think we should be able to find some really good Pokemons around here. Unless I am talking about the wrong place. Anyway, we do have some treasure chests right here as well, which is quite nice. And I see one that is actually sparkling right over here. I hope we get some really good items in it. Anyway, other than that, we have these statues for both Dialga and Palkia right over here, which is quite nice. We are able to actually go ahead and investigate it as well, which I won't be doing since we already know it. Other than that, I think we can actually move on from here. Now we are able to actually climb up these poles, which is quite surprising. And that is an unknown right there. So I guess I do want to actually try and climb this one. If not, we would have to actually climb the next one over. Alright, now that I am right next to it, let me go ahead and catch it. It's quite close to me and it was a little bit tricky, but we were able to actually catch it. Alright, so that is nice. It was quite a lucky encounter. I was not really expecting it to be right here. Now, other than that, I do see that there are two treasure boxes over there and one of them is also shaking. So I guess we can actually make our way over there. Of course, there are around 2 to 3 Pokemons around me. And we have another box right over here as well. So let me quickly go ahead and get all the items from them. Now I might have to actually battle this Gligar right here just to make sure that it doesn't attack me when I'm trying to get the items. Alright, I should be able to easily take it down with the energy ball. And we don't. Okay, that was quite surprising. Anyway, we can actually go ahead and defeat it right now. Alright, so there it goes. Let me quickly go ahead and open up this shaking box as well. Before that, let me quickly save my game just in case if it's any of the other Pokemons that I'm expecting. And it is. Alright, so this is gonna be the new Hisui and Voltorb. It's quite different as you can see. It looks like a Hisuian Pokeball, much different from the regular Pokeballs. And let's see if we can actually catch it. This Voltorb is gonna be actually a grass and electric type. which is quite new. And you will be able to evolve one with the help of a leaf stone. So if you have a leaf stone, you can just go ahead and evolve it. And we do catch it as well. Alright, so now that we have it, I think I'll just go ahead and break this box as well. And now that we have the items, which obviously my satchel has no space for, let me see if we can discard some of the items. Alright, so this spoiled apricot goes away. I'll just give away the grit gravel to some of my Pokemons. And once we have 2 inventory spaces, I think we can actually go ahead and pick up the items. Alright, here we go. Alright, since we have got all the Pokemons right here, I think we can actually move on. Alright, for that we have to actually go up this slope and I think climb up over here with the help of Sneasler. And we have more ruins on the way. Of course, my satchel is completely full and I won't be able to pick up any items. But we do have an alpha Pokemon right there. Since I do have the Alpha Luxio or the Alpha Luxray, I don't really want to catch this one. Let me quickly go ahead and try to hide and avoid it. As you can see, we are quite close to the arena and it is around 200 steps. But we won't be going over there right away. I still have a few areas in the map that I haven't yet explored, as well as a few areas which I have explored but I haven't really caught the Pokemons I need. Of course, you will be able to find more Voltorbs in this area as well right over here, which is quite nice. If you were not able to find a shaking box, you will be able to find them right over here. And we were able to catch this one. Alright. I think it's better to actually go ahead and climb up this column right here in order to avoid most of these Pokemons. I have seen that the minute I come out of the grass, they just try to attack you. Anyway, thankfully this Pokemon didn't really see me. So let me see if I can actually go ahead and catch it. I am at a good range. Alright. I think I can throw a Pokeball right from here and between these 2 pillars. And let's see. Do we catch it? And we do catch it. Alright. So right now I'm actually near the arena and this is quite nice. I'm glad that we are able to actually climb up these pillars, which helps us to look around as well as check out all the Pokemons in the area. Anyway, I think we can actually go down and go to the slope where we saw the Golem. Let's see if it is already spawned, and if it's spawned, we can actually go ahead and catch it as well. Now, just before going near the Golem, there is another path above, and I remember that there was another cave according to the map. So I guess we can actually go ahead and explore it. It's obviously at the corner of the map and it's quite inaccessible. Alright, here we have another Luxray and I really don't want to deal with it. So let me try and climb up. And we are actually quite close to the space-time rift. Alright. Here on top, we just have some Glygars. Seems like they have been all around most of these areas. And down over there, we do see some new Pokemons. Alright, so let me go ahead and try to catch it. Now, since we don't really have any bush, it's quite difficult to actually hide from them. But, alright, since they have not yet seen me, I guess I can go ahead and try to catch this one. Now, I think this is the area where you will be able to find the Elekid line, which means it has Elekid as well as Electabuzz. And I think there should be an Alpha Electivire, which is right above over there. Seems like the Jet Ball is really not working for me today. Let me try and see if I can catch it with my Great Ball. I should have some. Alright, there are 2 of them. and I think I can just go ahead and catch both of them. And yes, we do catch it. Alright. Right here, let me try and catch the second one as well. And we can actually go ahead and save our game. I do want to see if I can catch that Electivire over there. Now, I did try to battle the Electivire, but unfortunately I defeated it. So I'm back near the arena. This path is actually right down the arena, and I did see a Mischievous right over there, as well as a Miss Magius. So let me quickly go ahead and try to catch both of them. And this is quite tricky since it does see me from quite a distance. And we have a Rotom right here as well. So this is gonna be really nice. You might remember that I did get the mechanical fan from the Ginkgo Guild merchant. And we should be able to interact with it now that we have a Rotom. Alright, let me try and catch this Miss Magius right here. Unfortunately, I was not able to actually save my game, which was quite bad. And it took down my Dusknoir, so that was really not good. I didn't really heal my Pokemon after the last battle as well, which I quite forgot. And I think this is gonna be quite tough. Anyway, thankfully my Arcanine did have Crunch, and the Miss Magius is actually in quite a good health. Unfortunately, it does know the move Rest, and this is going to take a lot of time. Alright, I'm hoping it doesn't use Rest again. And it did. Okay. I guess now if I do use another Crunch, I think it will be going down. I really don't like alphas that no Rest move, since they do tend to use it a lot. This turn I just wanted to try my luck, so I tried using an Ultra Ball at it. And as you can see, unfortunately it was not able to catch it. Alright, now it used Power Gem, so my Arcanine is also down. I think I won't be able to catch this Miss Magius right over here. Maybe once I have actually completely healed my Pokemons, I can try this one again. And there goes down my Roserade. Let me quickly go back to the camp and heal my Pokemons, and I'll see you guys soon. As you can see, it is morning, and since we won't be able to actually encounter the Miss Magius in the morning, I just decided that it's better to go back to Jubilee village. Now, you might remember that there were 2 requests that we could complete once we came to CORONET Highlands. And since I have those items with me, I think we can actually go ahead and complete those 2 requests in this episode. And we did get a lot of points, so that was quite nice. But of course, we still have a lot of points to get to just reach level or star 9. Anyway, here we are back in Jubilee village. Let me quickly go ahead and I think talk to Arezu right here. She did have one of her requests to show a Mischievous, which we did catch right now. Let me quickly try and search it in my pasture, and we can just show it to her. I think this means that we will have some new hairstyles from now on. So I am actually quite excited to try the hairstyle myself. Now that this request is complete, we can actually go ahead and talk to her again. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys the hairstyle that I actually selected. Alright, here is the transition, and this is the hairstyle I went with. I think this was called the anime hair, I'm not really sure, but it looked quite cool, so I thought I'll go ahead and go with this hairstyle for now. Although I don't really like the hair that is right in front of my face, that really looks weird. Anyway, other than that, I won't be wearing my hat either. And now that this request is complete, I think we still have one more. We can actually go ahead and talk to the shopkeeper. He did ask us to give 3 crunchy salts to the grandpa back in Galaxy Hall. So we have to actually go ahead and make our way back over there. And here we go. Alright. It seems like we have some new requests coming up. Let me just go ahead and accept these as well. Not really sure if we can complete it in this episode since we have been having a long episode right here. But let's just go ahead and accept it. I think we have some requests back in the whiteboard right here as well. And we have 2 of them. So both of them are gonna be again in CORONET Highlands. And I think once we go back, we can actually go ahead and complete it. Anyway, I will just go ahead and accept these right here. Alright, now that we have accepted it, we can actually go ahead and head downstairs. Now, let me go ahead and give the crunchy salt to him. Alright, I think he needed only 3 of them. And since we do have them, we can just go ahead and give it to him. I think he will have some new items sent back to the shop, and from now on our shop will be upgraded as well. So that's amazing. Alright, let's go ahead and quickly report back to the shopkeeper. So now that I am in Galaxy Hall, this actually reminds me of something that I wanted to show you guys. You have to make your way all the way to Commando's room. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright, we are almost there. So once you're in his room, if you turn to the right, you have a door right here and you can actually go outside. Now the last time I was in Jubilee village just exploring all around, I was able to actually come out here. This actually shows you all around the whole place and it looked really amazing. But one thing I did observe over here is that we have another unknown just hiding right over here. So this was kind of a really surprise for me. I was not expecting a unknown right here in Jubilee village. But now that we have it, let's go ahead and catch it. There we go. Alright. I have been collecting most of the unknowns all around the place till now. And I think we have only a few left. Now that we are down below, let me quickly go ahead and talk to the shopkeeper. And we can complete his request. Alright, I am done with running around between these 2 people. Not really sure why they can't really do this. But anyway, we did get our shop upgraded, which is quite nice. Now there is another thing I did want to show you guys. And it's actually right behind my quarters. We have another unknown right over here. So this was also another surprise for me. Let me try and catch it as well. And this is actually the question mark unknown. Alright, so we were able to catch it as well. Let me quickly open it. As you can see, we have caught around 5 to 10 of them, which is quite nice. And I do want to actually catch all of them before the next area. Anyway, now that we have completed this task, I think we can actually go back and complete the request that we actually accepted. Well, as you might see, I'm actually back in Cobalt Coastlands. The very thing I came here is because the other day while I was surfing around, I actually found a unknown in one of these pillars. I don't quite remember where it was, but I did see one around here. Let me try and search it back again. Alright, I think it was this pillar then. So let me go ahead and go all the way around. And there it is. So that's the unknown that I just saw the other day. Let me see if I can actually try and catch it. It's quite tough. Not really sure if I will be able to catch it with the Pokeball. But I was quite lucky. Alright, so we were able to catch it. Now on to the next location where I found another unknown. Alright, here we are on the island. And let me quickly run around. You might remember that there is one place where we are yet to explore, and it's gonna be the spring path right here. So now that we have Sneasler, we can actually go ahead and climb up over here. So let me go ahead and do that. I suspect that there will be another unknown right over here. And here we have another cave. Okay, that's nice. I guess we will be able to find a legendary Pokemon maybe. But other than that, I think I just saw another unknown on the tree. So let me go ahead and show you guys. As you can see, there is another unknown right here. Alright, so it was quite worth coming over here. Let me quickly go ahead and catch it as well. And there was another place where I found a third unknown. Let me go ahead and make my way over there. And I'll see you guys soon. And here we are right on top of the cliff where we met Palina for the first time. And if you look down over there, we have another unknown. So I never actually saw it before. And recently when I was just coming over here to try to catch some Pokemons, I just found it. And there we go. So we have caught it as well. I think we have missed some unknowns in the other areas. But before that, let me make my way back to the coastland camps. And here we are. Now you might remember that I had mentioned that we can actually get on top of these boats in the last episodes. I think it was around 2 to 3 episodes ago. So I just wanted to do that again since I never really showed you guys that. So let me quickly go ahead and try to get on this boat. It's a little bit tricky, but you can actually get on top of it. Alright. And there's another unknown. Okay. So that was also quite nice. Let me try and see if I can actually catch it. Okay, right here I should be able to catch it. Alright, so this was quite lucky that I came right here. Alright, so we have, I think, caught all the unknowns in Cobalt Coastlands. And now that is done, I think we can actually go back. I do want to check out the other areas as well, just in case I have missed any other unknowns. And we can just go ahead and catch them as well. Now back in Jubileef village, you can see that there is another unknown that I actually missed. This was actually in the front gate from the Prelude Beach. And there we go, we have caught it. Alright, so those are the unknowns that you can find in Jubileef village. Well, we are back in Obsidian Freelance, and you might remember that I had mentioned that I want to climb this tree with the help of Sneasler. And let's see how far we can actually go before we jump down and inevitably die. Anyway, I see that there is another branch right here. So let me try and climb on it. And there's another unknown. Okay, so that was quite nice. Alright. So let me try and actually stand on top of it. And here we are. So we have a perfect view of this unknown. Let me go ahead and catch it as well. It seems like I did miss a lot of unknowns in different areas. And you will be able to easily find them actually when you're just roaming around. I do believe I have seen another unknown. It was actually near a waterfalls where I was trying to catch a Blissey. Let me quickly make my way over there and we can actually go ahead and catch it as well. Now this area is actually called Obsidian Falls, and right around these rocks I actually found it. And there it is. Alright, so let me try and catch it. I do want to go as close as I can before I try to throw a Pokeball. Now I think I should be able to throw a Pokeball from here. And yes, alright, so we were able to catch this unknown as well. Well, I had to actually look this up, but it seems like there is another unknown right around here. Let me try and find it. I guess it's in the other side, not here as well. Let me check this one again. I guess it's in the other place. And there it is. Alright, it's so hidden. I didn't really realize that there was an unknown right here. Alright. So I guess we have to actually be really careful when we are going around, just trying to see if we can find any unknowns all around us. Well, I did check my Pokédex, and as you can see, I have caught around 19 of them, which is quite nice. Let me actually run around Crimson Maryland to see if we can find any other unknowns. Well, I was just running around the diamond settlement, and here's another unknown. So it's actually on top of the tent, which is quite a nice place to actually hide another unknown. It's quite interesting to actually find them all over the place, as you don't really expect them to be there, but they have just hidden it so well. Anyway, that is one of the other unknown. Well, I have been running around for some time now, and it seems like there was another unknown which I actually missed. I had to actually look this one up. It was quite tough. You will actually find this unknown right here, randomly in middle of the Scarlet Bog, as you can see. So the location is right over there. Anyway, now that we have caught all the unknowns from Crimson Maryland as well, I think we can actually go ahead and end out this episode over here. Alright. So next episode we can actually go ahead and battle Lord Electrode, as well as get the other unknowns as well. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.